Miss Combos with Laura Newseth. Yahoo and welcome to Miss Combos with Laura Newseth. Today I'm going to be explaining what World Link is since this event was finally introduced to the English server. I've been getting so many questions about the World Link and hopefully this video will answer everything that you have doubts for. So if you're brand new, make sure to subscribe to keep up with my content and let's jump right in. So what exactly is World Link? So this is a brand new event type introduced to Project Sekai or Colorful Stage after the 3rd anniversary. What sets the World Link apart from other events that we've seen in Colorful Stage is that it does not have a focus character. Instead, this event is dedicated to the whole unit and is composed of individual chapters dedicated to each member of said unit. Each chapter will have its own dedicated tokens, its own event exchange shop, and also its own tier ranking as well. Also within each chapter, you will get to explore the thoughts for each character and will get introduced to their fragment Sekai. These areas are the Sekais for the individual character that reflect either their hobbies, their safe space, or if they're lost in their thoughts or feelings, that Sekai might reflect that as well. Some fragment Sekais like Mizuki, Enas, and Rui's make complete sense, and then you have emptier spaces for characters like Akito and Toya who are still navigating their own feelings. The World Link calendar is as follows. So the first unit to get the World Link event is Night Court, then it will be Vivid Bat Squad, then Wonderland Showtime, Murmur Jump, Leonid, and the event will conclude with the virtual singers getting their own World Link event. If the dates align with the Japanese server's dates, this is what you're looking at. So right now when I'm posting this video, we are currently in the Night Court event. So these are the confirmed dates for the English server. For Vivid Bat Squad, their World Link event will take place in early January. The order of the chapters will be exactly the same as in the Japanese server. So the event will start with Akito, then Toya, then An, and Kohane will conclude the event. For Wonderland Showtime, their event starts in early March, and the order will be Rui, Nene, Emu, and then Tsukasa to end the event. This should make it so easy to plan ahead if you plan on tiering in any of the World Link events since the order and the time frame will not be changing. Here we have more jumps, so Airi, Haruka, Shizuku, and Minori is the order for their World Link event. Here we have Leonid. The order is Saki, then Honami, then Shiho, then Ichika to end their event. And finally, we have the virtual singers. And yes, each virtual singer will get their own chapter. This will be the longest World Link event in Project Sekai. So here's the order. We have Luka, Rin, Meiko, then Len, then Kaito, and finally ending the World Link event with, of course, Hatsune Miku. Another thing that makes the World Link events different from past events is that these events will introduce the brand new Sekai for each and every single unit. So when you go to the Sekai, you're going to be seeing the original one and also the new one which will appear at the end of the World Link event. So here we have the Night Court new Sekai which has a little sprout at the beginning. After the virtual singer World Link, the sprout will turn into a small tree. And yes, the new Sekai does connect back to the old one, so you can travel back and forth between the Sekais for each unit. The only things to note are that you only get new area conversations in the new Sekai. There are no decorations for you to upgrade, unlike the original Sekais. So there's no character-specific items, there's no unit-specific items to upgrade either. The only thing you have are the area conversations and the little sprout that will turn into a tree, and this will happen automatically after the virtual singer World Link. So at the moment, it'll look pretty empty, and I don't know if they're going to be adding anything, like where it's still to be determined. A lot of the units are entering their second story arc, so there could be a possibility of things popping up. Also, all of the new Sekais do have some type of door or portal, so we are still waiting to find out what those exactly do. But once we find out, I will surely make a video about it. Now let's talk about your main deck. Which deck should you be using for the World Link? Use the one that will give you a higher event bonus, and they make it so easy. So if it's a Night Court World Link event, use your Night Court cards. Even the 3-star cards will give you a much higher event bonus than using characters that do not belong in that unit. So very easy. If it's Night Court, use your Night Court 4-star cards or 3-star cards. You will get a much higher event bonus. Here is everything laid out. So just follow what the bottom tells you. If it's a Night Court event, like I said, use your Night Court cards. If it's a Leonid World Link event, use your Leonid cards. If you have a card that is like my Toya card that is completely skilled up, the mastery rank is 5, then you can use that as your 5th card in that deck. It would be no problem. You will still have a high event bonus, but you typically do want to stay within that unit to get the maximum event bonus that you can possibly get. So the World Link does things a little bit differently because apart from your main unit, you also have a support unit. This is brand new and exclusive to only the World Link events. You're going to see that every single chapter, meaning every single character, will have their own support unit. You can choose them manually or you can click on recommended, which will give you the highest support bonus you can possibly get with the cards that you currently have. So I'm going to use the Mafuyu chapter as an example. I'm going to reset it and then click on recommended. In my English server account, I don't have a whole ton of Mafuyu cards, so my support bonus isn't that high. You might be thinking, but hey, I have much better cards in my account. But if they belong to another unit, they will not be eligible to be part of that support unit. So only the cards belonging to the unit for the World Link event will be able to appear in this area. For those of you that really like one character and have collected a lot of their cards, this is when they're going to come in handy because you can add them as your support unit. If you want to go ahead and add the support unit for every single chapter ahead of time, you can totally do it. They're not set in stone. So let's say you end up pulling in the Night Court World Link Gacha banner and you get the Enna card from that banner. And you want to use that Enna card in your main unit, and the one that you had in your deck previously now is eligible to be in your support unit. You can add it. If you have more duplicates of said character, you will have a higher event bonus for that support group. So in my English account, I have more Enna and Kanade cards, so those two were the ones that had a higher support bonus. So if you want to choose manually, you can definitely do that. You can click recommended if you don't want to fuss about it, but here's the information. So you can see 1 through 4-star cards give you a higher bonus. Birthday rarity do not give you that much of a bonus, but still it gives you something. So feel free to screenshot this if you find this helpful. So now let's talk about tiering, because tiering for World Link is different from past events. So you will have titles for each individual character for their chapters, and you will also have a title for the event story as a whole. So yes, you can approach tiering in World Link differently from past events. So there are probably 2 ways I can think of that you can tier. You can choose to focus on your favorite characters, your Oshi, and try to get as high of a tier as possible in their chapters. So for the Vivid Bat Squad World Link, I focus on tiering the highest for Toya, and I also focused on Akito. So for the collective Vivid Bat Squad World Link, I got in the top 20,000. I did not play during An's portion nor Kohane. For the Virtual Singer World Link, I went crazy and got to the top 1,000 for Meiko's chapter. For the rest of the chapters, I didn't play that much. And despite that, since I had so many event points, I still ended up in the top 20,000 for the Virtual Singer World Link. So what do I recommend? It's really hard to say. I wanted to show how big of a fan I was for certain characters, so I didn't mind focusing all of my work towards a vanity title because I'm that type of fan. So right now in the English server, we currently only have Mafuyu's chapter going on, so you will see that Mafuyu's ranking as well as the overall ranking will be the exact same because there's only one chapter so far. But as the event progresses and you have the other chapters, you will have all the chapters basically adding up to the overall ranking. So if you're just focusing on Mafuyu, for example, these are the titles that you will get for ranking in just Mafuyu's portion. It will not give you the crystals, it will not give you the extra bonuses. If you want to focus on the actual rewards like the crystals and the practice scores, then you want to focus on playing the World Link event more balanced and try to get as many event points for all 4 chapters. Or try to go ham in one and then still, keep up the momentum in the other chapters. You don't want to be like me who played super, super hard for 1 chapter and then completely dropped the World Link event. So it's going to be up to you. What do you value more? Do you want to get the higher crystals and the skill ups? Or would you like to, prove to other fans that you're one of the top, fans for that character? Like I said, it's going to be up to you. The other thing that the World Link does differently are the tokens in the event exchange. So you're going to see 2 different kinds of tokens. You can only get the token for each character while their chapter is taking place. So while the Mafuyu chapter is going on, I cannot earn any event tokens for the Mizuki chapter, the Ena, nor the Kanade. So although you have until the end of the month to redeem these tokens, you can only earn the tokens while those chapters are taking place. The other thing is that in past events, you can watch an ad to get some event tokens. It's the same thing with this event, but you will only be able to get the event tokens for the chapter that's currently taking place. So right now, I was only able to get the event tokens for Mafuyu's chapter, but that's pretty self-explanatory. Now, what are world tokens? Because these are brand new. Consider the world tokens to be the unit tokens. So these are the tokens that you would get in every single other focus event. You can turn your chapter tokens, like your specific character ones, for the unit tokens, but you cannot turn your unit tokens back into the chapter tokens. So the overall tab will have everything that you're used to seeing in other events. So the 2-star card, the crystals, the stamp voucher, music cards, all of these things will be in the overall tab, and the individual character tabs will have their own things like the cover cards and also a brand new item called a Wish Vial. These were previously known in the Japanese server as the Bottle of Feelings. These were introduced during the World Link event, and all that they do is give you 1 stamp that contributes to your character ranking. Meaning if you get the 2 Wish Vials, you will get 2 stamps that contribute to character ranking. That is it. Also, these vials will sit in your inventory until all of the World Link events have concluded, meaning you will not be able to use them until after the Virtual Singer World Link has concluded. So I think that's it for this video. I think I've gone through everything that the World Link has to offer. For those of you planning on tiering on a future World Link, consider yourself prepared. So hopefully this video was helpful. Please let me know in the comments if you do have any additional questions. I would love to help. If you want even more tips on tiering, please check out my other video that I uploaded not too long ago that goes into more detail about how you should approach everything. Just do take into consideration, since the time frame for each chapter is much shorter, people will play a lot more aggressively in the World Link chapters as opposed to a focus event. So yeah, I think that should be it. Like I said, if you're brand new, make sure to subscribe to keep up with my content. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and either myself or another Project Sekai player would most likely answer your question. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in my next video. Bye bye!